This is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 60 miles of beautiful sunny beaches, attractions, and more than 2,000 restaurants. With amazing culinary options, the beach has become a true foodie destination. I'm Mason Zeglen, and I'm passionate about great food, Southern hospitality, and healthy competition. And I'm here to set up a chef swap challenge. Each week, we're gonna take 2 chefs and swap them into each other's kitchens. Our chefs will have no idea where they're going or what they'll cook. They can grab one ingredient from their own kitchen, but they only get 60 minutes to cook up a masterpiece. Myrtle Beach culinary experts Dylan Foster and Johanna Wilson-Jones will help me determine who takes home the chef swap knife.
It's time for Chef Swap.
This is Chef Swap at the Beach. Today on Chef Swap at the Beach, we're cranking up the heat and doubling the time for a head-to-head barbecue battle bonanza. We're taking 2 technically trained culinary students and asking them to play Southern Pit Crew. In this sizzling showdown, they'll have access to the International Culinary Institute of Myrtle Beach's kitchen and smoker, but will also be required to cook over open flame on the Argentinian grill, also known as the Beast. This traditional cooking style brings distinctive flavors and unpredictable challenges. I'm so excited to meet these world-class chefs of the future, Charlie and Sundy, 2 of the Institute's brightest and best, who are eager to show off their skills. They'll need all the help they can get, and will be joined by local chefs and entrepreneurs, Chef Ricky and Chef Lauren, who will serve as their sous chefs and mentors for the day.
I decided to do culinary school because I'm very creative, very artistic, and I took a tour here. We made dumplings the first tour, and I had so much fun doing that, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna see what I can do with my artistic abilities here. I gotta learn how to cook for like my big family and whatnot. My family does mean a lot to me. Will, Sundy, Layla, Naomi, Joe, Emma, Mila, Maggie, Odessa. It's never boring. I gotta use my fingers. I can't not use my fingers. I'll always count. I'm very proud of my mother for being able to raise all 9 of us. She's a real hard worker. We're always together, like outside or in the kitchen. When I was young, I would watch my dad cook in the kitchen, and he would cook the meals and I would make the desserts. And as a little girl, I used to watch him do all that, and it was really cool. It made me want to learn how to do it. One of my favorite meals that my dad makes is lumpia. Every Thanksgiving, we have like a big meal that we make, and we all sit down as a family and roll lumpia together. It felt like home. It felt like being at home. It felt like being a family. I loved cooking food with him, and I always just would watch, very quiet, not very talkative, so I just watch him do all this stuff. I'm the most proud when I'm able to make people happy, no matter it feeling like it's not working out. I make it work out eventually, and it makes me feel proud.
So I was born in South Korea. I was there till about 10 months, was adopted, grew up in Long Island, New York. I loved food as a kid. Obviously, like I wanted to learn how to cook so I could cook myself food, you know. It started really with like Sunday breakfast, just learning like how to make bacon and eggs. It just kind of grew from there. Just wanted to learn new stuff. Cooking throughout high school, I started getting better, started getting promoted. And then going to culinary school was just like the next logical step. It's such a small school, you get to know the teachers at like a much more intimate level. It's really just the beginning of my career. All it takes is just practice, dedication, and you'll get somewhere. I'd like to say like I'm my harshest critic. Even if I get compliments, I'll be like, oh, this can be better. Put yourself in a position where you like what you're doing and just work at it, and your confidence is gonna build over time. Now definitely just go after it.
Dylan, Johanna, and I are so excited to meet Charlie and Sundy in person. Time to head over and surprise them with our biggest chef swap challenge ever.
Sundy!
How's it going?
Hey!
Charlie! We're doing a chef swap right here on campus. Are you ready for a chef swap?
I'm ready for it.
In this envelope, I have where you're gonna cook, what you're gonna cook, and who you're gonna be swapping with. But before I give you this envelope, I'm gonna let you take one thing with you. What's that ingredient gonna be?
I'm gonna take leeks.
Leeks?
Yes, leeks.
Interesting choice.
I think it's gonna be white truffle oil.
Little fine dining background here.
Exactly.
Why don't you open this up and see where you're going?
Okay.
Oh, Sundy barbecue challenge?
Charlie, I know Charlie.
2 meats to the side, Sunday. You're gonna bring that smoke, that sweet, and that little bit of heat.
Okay,
There's just one more thing. This chef swap starts right now. Let's go.
let's go.
The team is assembled, and it is time to kick off this one-of-a-kind barbecue chef swap between Charlie and Sundy, two of the brightest young chefs here at the International Culinary Institute. Before they charge into the fire, they'll need to meet their sous chef mentors and learn the ground rules.
Sundy, Charlie, today we're doing things a little different. We're going head to head, and we got the beast all fired up for you. We've got the smoker and the Argentina ladder rack. We're looking for chicken, a whole rack of ribs, and a side of your choice. We've got two great mentors to lend you a hand, Chef Ricky from Gringo Ninja and Chef Lauren from Bougie Foodie. We want to see your personality, maybe some of your heritage in these dishes. We're gonna put 2 hours on the clock. Let's go. Come on down and meet your mentors.
All right, Sundy, let's do this.
Let's do this.
We'll be back in a few minutes. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Just like that, we're
Look at our
off to the
stuff.
races. Charlie and Sundy need to dive deep into the school's pantries to find everything they need for this sizzling challenge.
Wow, this is like a maze.
Yeah.
I'll do a little container for my eggs.
This barbecue challenge is underway between culinary students Charlie and Sundy. They've got just 2 hours to go from nothing to smoky barbecue masterpiece. Sundy is the first to make it outside to the beast, while Charlie is still gathering what he needs inside.
All right, get in here.
We'll start with the meat first. I need something for the pasta to cook the pasta.
Or that'll be for the pasta, and I'll get you one for the bechamel. Probably
Okay.
one of these.
We can grind the coffee. Let's go ahead and put some brown sugar, some cocoa powder, a little paprika, and some salt. We got a coffee cocoa rub here for the ribs.
If it doesn't come right on right away, just blow.
Oh boy.
The funny thing about this is like we're also out of our comfort zone, right? You know, because we're not used to being in this type of setting. We're always going into someone's home, never knowing what we're going to be walking into. You kind of is at the mercy of whatever their setup is. I am the owner of a company called Gringo Ninja, and we are a personal chef service where we just go into clients' homes and prepare the cuisine of their choice. So we do a lot of sushi, we do a lot of taco bars, paella, Brazilian, Korean barbecue. I mean, pretty much any type of cuisine we can do. I think about it every day. It's unbelievable. Like, I really can't believe that this has happened for me and my family. And that's the great thing about what we do is the people can see us. They see how passionate we are and how excited we are about to serve them. You know, don't let up. Listen to people. Listen to what they have to say, and just always try to improve.
Do you want it to be individually plated, like each person get one?
No, we'll do family style.
So you want it all?
Yeah, that's gonna take too long. So we need a plate for the ribs, a plate for the chicken, pickled vegetables.
And you want it all displayed, like all the ribs, all the chicken, like on
Yeah,
this.
yeah, we'll do that.
I always have loved cooking. I love it more than I think I've ever loved it. And it's been an interesting journey how I've actually got here. I am the Bougie Foodie, and I'm a personal chef. I work with the client. We create a menu, kind of personalize it a little bit. It's basically to allow the client to enjoy their guests and not have to worry about the kitchen. I had a normal job, if you want to call it a normal job. I mean, just like an everyday 9 to 5, or it just got to a point where there was something in me that it was like, this isn't me. And, you know, personal chef idea kind of was bloomed from that, but I never would have thought I'd be doing that. I love it. It's a lot of work, it's hard work, but I love it.
It's a maze. I figured this out by the time we're done with this. I'll be good.
What I found, Sunday, maybe we can use
Ooh.
this.
We could definitely
Any
try.
reason to catch something on fire?
All right, Sundy, what are you looking for in these ribs?
I'm gonna start in the smoker, and then last part of the cooking, I'm gonna put it in the grill.
Okay, try to get a little bit of crispness
Get a
to the
little
outside,
crisp to
develop
it,
some
yeah.
spark.
For the side, we're gonna do lumpia.
Okay.
It's a Filipino dish that me and my family do a lot. And we're gonna use some of the chicken once it's done cooking. And we're gonna mix that with the leeks and the carrots. And we're gonna wrap it in the spring rolls and fry it up.
I love where you're going. But let's make sure we get these ribs on that barbecue as fast as possible.
Fast as possible.
They may be out of their comfort zones, but the technical training of these young chefs is really showing through. Their flavor combinations are unique and clever.
All right, Charlie, what do you got going on?
I'm doing a dry rub for the ribs right now. Some cocoa powder and some cinnamon.
I saw you bring some truffle oil to the party.
So we're gonna add that to the mac and cheese.
Okay.
And maybe incorporate that a little bit throughout the dish as well.
Oh, yeah. It's got an amazing smell to that.
So right now I'm taking the membrane off the back of the ribs. It needs about 2.5 hours, but I'm gonna push it.
Grating up the cheese for the mac and cheese. Work on the bechamel, get the pasta rolling. We'll get that in the oven.
What's that? Right behind
Come right in there with the pan.
Interesting. Charlie and Sundy are getting their ribs into the smoker at exactly the same time. Hopefully they agree on using the same temperature.
Feeling the pressure?
Feeling the pressure, yeah.
How are you doing out
The
there?
ribs are in. I'm about to do the chicken. Once I have the chicken marinated and in the smoker, I'm gonna start the sauce.
Awesome. What are we doing here?
So this is gonna be a molasses and orange juice spice marinade.
So what are your goals after culinary school when you graduate?
Afterwards, I'm thinking about doing like a home catering business with my family.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're thinking about using our yard and doing like a little farm.
So you're gonna have like a venue?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Ori Georgetown Technical College culinary program is about 33 years old. I got hired in 2013 to help design the school and redo the curriculum. And this location close to the beach, it really gives us a lot of opportunity to source great seafood. We have a weekly farmers market, and we source a lot of local products, use local chicken, local pork, local beef in our program, and our students get exposed to that every week. Plus, there's about 2,000 restaurants and food service facilities in our stretch of beach here. You know, they have plenty of opportunity. The thing I'm most proud of with the Culinary Institute, it's really trying to have a greater impact than just teaching some people how to cook. You know, it's really having a respect for our profession, a respect for food, respect for the earth and the resources that go along with it. The food scene here is really evolving. And, you know, I just see it getting better and better and better.
We're mixing things up today, doing barbecue head-to-head with culinary students Charlie and Sundy. With just 2 hours to season and smoke a full rack of ribs and a whole chicken, we've got their feet to the fire. And that's exactly where their meats need to be if they want their barbecue to be tender and well-cooked. Charlie has set mentor Chef Lauren to work on the mac and cheese,
Pasta going.
while he gets the chicken prepped outside.
Where's my guy at?
Delegation is a key to success in the kitchen. I love to see Charlie's trust in Lauren.
So this ginger right here, it's gonna go for the marinade for the chicken. Also gonna incorporate it into the sauce for the chicken. Peeling ginger with a spoon, you get less waste.
Wow, look at these knife skills. This is not Charlie's first time doing prep on a time limit. Inside, Chef Lauren is still hard at work on a rather fancy mac and cheese.
Got bechamel going here. Took some of that flour taste out of there.
It's a little hot right now, so I'm gonna open it for a little bit. Smashing the garlic allows me to just chop it a lot faster.
A lot going on here.
Just calling a last-minute audible here. We're just gonna add a little orange zest to this
Orange
as well.
zest,
We'll add a
yeah.
little bit more orange juice. This is gonna be amazing. And
Okay.
so what are we doing with this chicken here?
We're gonna cut it in half so that it can cook fully.
I love to see Sundy
Wait,
and
that one,
Chef
right?
Ricky working together
It's a beautiful bird.
and learning from each other already.
Yeah, that ginger definitely kicks it off. Is that enough marinade on there?
Yeah, we're gonna keep basting it on
Okay, great.
every now and then.
Looks like Sundy's about to get this chicken onto the beast.
All right, Chef Ricky, I see the chicken's in. How's Sundy doing?
She's just so confident.
Laser
Like on everything that she
focused.
does, like she's not even second guessing anything that she's doing. All right, let's go ahead and rake some of these poles under the chicken.
If you heat the wood right there, you can get some more. Wag it really hard.
When the student becomes a teacher.
Yep.
We have this barbecue center outside, and the whole thing is custom made, so it can work as a whole hog pit, but we can use it as an Argentinian grill. But it creates intense heat in there, and there's a whole art to this thing of using it. So it's very challenging. It's way more challenging than using a stove in an oven. You know, there's no dial. So you really have to work and understand what's going on with it.
Yeah, and now you can start pulling them.
Sundy has her ribs in the smoker and her chicken on the beast. Charlie's not far behind. He's just finished marinating his chicken, and it's going in the smoker.
All right, we go ahead and take some of this stuff with us.
Yeah, we're gonna take some of the onions, leeks, carrots.
With her proteins over the heat, Sundy's gathering her ingredients and heading inside, where Charlie's mentor, Chef Lauren, is hard at work on a bechamel for his side of mac and cheese.
All right, we're gonna add this pasta to this cheese. Get some of that pasta water in there too.
You mean just dice some onions?
Yeah, we're gonna just do a rough chop with all of these right here, nice and small. I'm gonna go get some, I forgot to get soy sauce and sesame oil.
How are you doing?
Nice and gooey. How's the beast going?
So I got the ribs going,
Cool.
chicken's in the smoker.
Cool.
It's looking good.
Okay.
Try this. More salt.
More salt.
Hopefully they don't have high blood pressure.
Well-
There's like a nursing school right down the road, so it's all right. Cooks are just like a different breed, I feel like. It doesn't matter like who you are, where you've been. Like if you can cook, you can cook. That's kind of why I love it. I guess being adopted too, it's just kind of hard to fit in general. I found my place in the kitchen. I'm planning to go to Korea. They have a convention every 3 years in Seoul where Korean adoptees from all over the world converge, basically. Yeah, so I'll be introduced to the culture and cuisine. They try to help you find like your birth family. Yeah, if I found my birth mom, I guess I'd say thank you, just 'cause. Just 'cause like, I reflect a lot and probably very difficult for her to be alone. Just thinking if, like, I wouldn't be here. I would just like to say thank you to her for just giving me an opportunity to come to America. I guess I just would want her to know, like, I was placed with a good family that loves me.
Charlie, how did your cooking career start?
I was always in the kitchen when I
Yeah?
was young. Every job I've had has been in a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's something I love to do. It never gets dull or boring, so.
Nope.
And I think that mac tastes really good.
You good with it?
I think it's ready to go in the ramekins and
Okay.
then top with cheese.
Okay, we need to get.
And we can go in the oven with that.
Time is really flying on this one. We're at the halfway mark already. So I'm sending in fellow judges Dylan and Johanna to have a taste and make sure our chefs are on track.
Hey, Sundy, it's
Joanna.
me, which means it's halftime, girl.
Okay.
How close are you?
As close as I can be.
Okay, so what are you making for us? I'm so excited.
We're gonna cook these vegetables, and as soon as the chicken's done, we're gonna start mixing the vegetables together and wrapping the lumpy and frying it up.
And so what are you gonna do to spice it up?
There's a little bit of ginger in the chicken, and we're gonna use some red pepper flakes. And right here, I got my favorite sauce. We got some sweet chili sauce
Okay.
for dipping for the.
So it's gonna be like a little Filipino flip on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, all right, rock it out, sister. I look forward to tasting it.
Okay.
All right.
With time more than halfway gone, this beast of a barbecue challenge between Charlie and Sundy is really heating up. Both young chefs are brimming with talent, but they don't have the luxury of time to babysit their meats. They'll need to juggle tending the live flames and preparing their sides with precision. Right now, Charlie's mains are left unattended while he dives into crafting his signature sauces. Will his gamble pay off, or will it all go up in smoke?
I'm starting the gas streak right now. The gas streak you have to wash, just make sure you don't
Don't burn it.
Yeah. We'll probably have to thicken that with a slurry. We won't have enough time for the sugar to reduce down.
Charlie, I've been looking all over for you. I was out there by the fire. What are you working on, man? We are halfway through this cook.
I know.
What do you got for me? I gotta taste something, man.
So right now I'm working on sauces. So we got a little Korean influence,
Okay.
garlic, ginger in here, pretty
Yeah.
traditional staples. I'm switching it up. I like to add different stuff to this, like Korean barbecue sauce.
It's a little honey here.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup, even better.
It's a good sweetener. Got some apple cider vinegar. Use that for the gastrique.
How about this mac and cheese that I found over here?
I think it's pretty dank.
Pretty dank. All right, that's a
yeah.
full scent. You know this is Body by Mac, so I'm gonna try the mac. All right, here we go on the mac, buddy. It's definitely creamy. Maybe a little bit more spice needs to go in there, all right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little flat, but the foundation is really great. Nice and creamy. You got it all happening here, man. I'm hoping that the flavors are gonna come together really nice here at the end for you.
Me too, thank you.
Lauren, how has it been? I know there's a lot of time crunches in the catering world. Maybe not as intense as this. Are you finding that?
My kind challenge for whenever I do what I do is worry at the end because the food's got to come out and people are like staring at you, their mouths are watering.
Well, there's still gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be really hungry and ready to go for this plate. And if I know anything, it's gonna still be a little chaotic at the end. It always is. All right, guys, halfway there.
Thank you.
Good luck, Chef.
Thank you.
What you want in that mac and cheese. Make it up, change it up.
He did say it's flat, but I think my flavors are pretty bold, so I don't want the mac and cheese.
You don't want it to override.
Yeah, I want it to complement everything.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and transfer these ribs over.
Yep.
Everything's coming together.
Easy does it.
I'm gonna fly in to play traffic cop at the grill.
Sundy, I'm glad to see these going on to the beast. Get some nice bark going on the outside of these ribs.
Behind you.
Charlie, how are you looking? Throwing everything on the beast as well?
I am.
How you feeling about time?
Chicken needs to go. Right now, I'm gonna wrap the ribs. I'm gonna finish it in the smoker because it's more gentle heat. And at the end, I'll flash it on there. Ribs at too high of a heat, it's gonna be tough. So this will insulate it and kind of steam it, help tenderize it a little more.
Now we looking.
Start throwing our vegetables in there.
Oh my. You just instantly get hit with that smell. I love lumpia.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
lumpia is very flavorful.
One of my chefs is actually from the Philippines.
Oh, really? I've never been,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping one day me and my dad and probably our whole family can go to the Philippines one day just to see the culture.
Definitely like how you just kind of eyeball. One of my chefs, Allison, she's like, I just season until my ancestors tell me to stop.
I've heard that one before, yeah.
You know?
Do we need cornstarch though?
I got it.
Just a little bit. Perfect, perfect.
Okay.
All of our chefs are cooking elbow to elbow today.
What's left?
The mac and cheese.
Yeah, I turned the oven off because they're pretty boily.
Honestly, probably should have pulled them earlier.
We all right?
It's okay. Truffle oil. I'm gonna add a little bit on the pickled vegetables.
39 minutes left, chefs.
Are you good?
Only thing I'm worried about is the chicken, to be honest. It's on that Argentinian grill right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna run and check
Nope.
it, because I put it on low.
It's got an amazing smell to it. Do you typically put leeks in lumpia?
Not really, no.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. This is a little bit of a twist on making lumpia.
Needs more sugar.
Sugar?
I think because it's a puree.
Make
it's
sure
a
that's
little-
sugar, not
Oh,
salt.
yeah, that's salt.
That would have been a pivot for sure.
Okay, that mixture is pretty much done. And then all we're just waiting on is the chicken.
Charlie and Sundy are racing against the clock. Both are making impressive progress, but they're praying their proteins finish cooking in time. Every second counts.
You think the dark meat will be good in the lumpia?
Yeah, I love dark meat. I mean, especially with the glaze, like it just caramelizes around us because, you know, it's got that nice fattiness to it. Pretty nice char there.
Pretty much we're just waiting on the chicken. I can work up on a garnish maybe.
Just finely chop it.
Yeah, just do a fine chop with that.
All right, if you could chop that up for me, that'd be lovely.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring this stuff out.
I'm back. What we got going on, girlfriend?
As soon as we get this chicken done, we can go ahead and start the lumpia.
So the lumpia hasn't been started yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay, Sunday, I know you got the talent. I'm a little bit worried. So put some of that fire from that furnace into your feet and get it rocked out, sister.
Okay.
Okay, you can do it.
Sundy wants to use smoked chicken inside her lumpia, but she's clearly rattled about the clock. Time is not on her side.
Sundy, I got some wood for you.
Thank you.
Get you some more heat up in here.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. How are you?
Oh, I'm feeling great.
How we doing over here, friends?
So backup plan, since this chicken's not cooking fast enough, we can use the ribs, maybe.
Once we get to the 20-minute mark, and then we can kind of decide if we need to call an audible or not, okay?
Okay.
But I think we'll be fine.
I'm gonna check on that oil, make sure it's not too hot.
I'll bring this board out, and then we can chop parsley out
Yep.
there.
You all right?
Yeah.
Just the fastest 2 hours I've ever experienced.
I think it's coming together good, though.
I think it's coming. That looks amazing. We got this. You got this.
Just gonna full send it.
But don't wrap it yet,
Nope.
because I'm gonna get the
Gotcha.
street
Sauce first.
20 minutes remaining, chefs.
20 minutes, okay.
Let those ribs rest now. Yeah, I think those are right on the money. So right now, I'm just putting a little more sauce on the ribs. So now I'm just gonna let it rest, tenderize a little more.
Yeah, chicken's nice.
Yep, perfect.
Nice, yeah, perfect.
Coming down to the wire here.
You're gonna have to deal with my bougie, Charlie.
I don't know, make it as bougie as you want.
I don't know if bougie is your thing.
It is today.
All right.
So we'll just get what chicken we need.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Go
throw this
ahead.
back on the smoker.
Yeah, throw it back on the smoker. I'll start on these lumpias. I see myself owning my own bakery one day. I took a farm-to-table class here. We would go out to the farms and we would get the ingredients and then come in the kitchen and cook it here and then serve it to the guests. And I really liked that whole concept. When I started here, I didn't think I was gonna get so involved. I thought I was just, just learning the basics of cooking, but since I've been here for 2 years, I've realized that it means a lot that I learn as much as I can, as much as possible, so that when I'm done with school, I can bring all that experience outside. I would say to my mom and dad, thank you for raising me the way you did. You've raised me to be more confident and take chances, to be very creative and artistic in the way I live. I never thought I'd be on camera like this. So I'd watch Chopped or Kitchen Nightmare with my family. And then my brother or my dad would say, that's gonna be you one day, right? And I'm like, I don't know about that. And here I am.
As we enter the final minutes of this head-to-head barbecue cook-off, Sundy and Charlie have raced against the clock to get their proteins cooked. Charlie is now turning to plating, while Sundy still has a side to whip up. They will have to trust their instincts and sprint to the finish. The heat is on.
I see some cabbage out. Are we doing like lettuce wraps?
Exactly.
Nice and fresh.
And then to go with it, you have a choice with pickled veg, pickled shallots, carrots, Napa cabbage, some kimchi.
Playing with the Napa cabbage is gonna be a cool taste.
Oh,
You all right?
yeah, the towel just melted.
Sundy is ready to wrap her lumpia, but the student will have to become the teacher, as mentor chef Ricky has never done this before.
All right, we gotta have you walk me through what we're doing here.
I like the lumpias really long. Do about like that portion of filling. I'm gonna wrap it up tight. Hold it kind of like a taco.
Okay, time's ticking down.
Keep rolling.
Keep going. So you
Yeah,
get to like
right there,
okay.
and then you can
And then you
flip
fold this
them.
over?
Yeah, fold it over.
Learning a new trick today?
Yeah, a little
I'll fold
lumpia
that
class.
Well, we're getting down to the wire. I'm gonna get the judges ready.
Okay.
I'll see you at the table.
All right, I did this one kind of weird, I think.
See, my brother likes it this way. I like mine really, really long.
The little brother over there.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just gonna separate the chicken. This chicken's a little under right now, so
You need to put it.
like by a hair though, so it's not concerning. I'm gonna throw the chicken in, and then I'll cut the ribs.
Do the ribs.
Bubbling a little bit. It's bubbling. Okay.
There we go.
About 3 to 4 minutes on each side.
Oh man, it smells so good. It's rib time. Honestly, this is my first time cooking ribs, like besides in school. Honestly, I'm pretty happy. Got a little smoke ring on there. I think the flavors are coming through. Definitely think I'm gonna hit it with more of the sauce.
Ooh, they look good. I wish I made extras. I'm excited for that flavor.
Looks like this cook-off is going right down to the wire.
And then I'm gonna plate it, and then if you would like to arrange the ribs, and then I'll work on the chicken.
What about this one?
Yeah, they'll like it. They'll be like, oh, that's a big rib, that's mine.
The proteins are finally out of the
We
fire,
are ready to plate.
but our young chefs are not. Both Charlie and Sundy are gonna need every second to get their ambitious meals plated in time.
So I have no doubt that this is gonna taste amazing, but obviously we have to take into consideration that everyone eats with their eyes as well. So we gotta
Okay.
be on point for how we're gonna plate this.
Should we cut some in half?
That might not be a bad idea, or we could do like some little building blocks.
Building blocks and
That's
green
good.
on there, maybe?
Salt bay.
I never cut baby back ribs.
Well, I think we should do 2 ribs in each. Yeah, there we go.
Do that.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, yes.
Yeah, nice.
All right, let's do a little taste. Amazing flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had ribs with that type of just like rub on them before.
Yeah.
Really good.
Okay, cool.
Great job.
We'll put little greens on there.
Towel? Here.
Towel.
Don't burn yourself.
We're almost done. We're gonna add a little garnish and
Oh my gosh.
no pain, no gain.
Should be used to burning my fingertips off.
We did it. All right.
Came down to the wire there,
I
didn't
know, real close.
it? You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Bougie this baby up. Let's do this.
Done. Thank you so much.
Both Charlie and Sundy have sizzled their way right up to the buzzer. Time to fire up our taste buds. Look at this amazing spread.
We have had some great meals together, but I've been specifically looking forward to this one, and visually, it's not disappointing.
I think Charlie and Chef Lauren did an amazing job pulling this together. It's not easy cooking stuff over open flame. You really have to tend to those fires. You really got to work for that heat dispersion. I think everything looks amazing. Let's dig in.
Let's dig in.
I'm ready. Going light meat, dark meat.
The marinade on that chicken and the cook on the chicken's really, really well executed.
It's really nice and succulent. And I tell you, that sauce, I tasted that sauce in the kitchen with Charlie. With not that much time left, he really kicked it up. He really brought more flavor to the party than what was there previously.
So let's go for a rib.
All right, let's do this.
I want that rib, Dylan.
Ladies
Ladies first. Be a gentleman.
That was the one I wanted, but I'll take this one instead.
I really like the rib. I like the gastrique that he has on there. Adds a nice punch of acid to the meat. He even has a subtle smoke ring that's developed on this rib, which is nice. I also like the fact when you bite into it, it doesn't just completely fall off the bone. I feel like maybe it could have gone just a little bit longer to really break down that collagen just a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, the flavors are amazing.
For the time constraints we gave him, he did a great job.
I've not tasted ribs as good as these by experienced chefs. So for him to be a student at this level is impressive.
If this is his starting point, the future's bright. I'm going in for some mac.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the whole skillet for myself, please.
So I understand there's some Gouda in here, some Parmesan, and what else?
I can smell that truffle oil.
Oh, that was his secret ingredient, right?
Yeah, he brought that truffle oil with him.
I think it's well seasoned. The truffle oil really plays to this being a barbecue challenge because it gives it a sense of savoriness.
It also shows, too, that culinary skill he has as a student, but yet he's sticking that elevated expertise level. He wants to be a Mason and a Dylan.
Chef Charlie's presentation's been amazing. We've tried everything individually. Let's make some lettuce wraps and see how it all comes together. Ready for the crunch.
It all provides one gracious bite of like his Korean heritage, but also his American heritage, you know?
He had a vision for this dish and he executed it well. Because when you put all of them together, they really balance, they marry well together. The heat, the smoke, the crunch, the sour from the vinegar and the pickles.
I think there's a lot of culture that he's bringing into these dishes, but doing it in his own way.
Charlie has set the bar high in this barbecue bonanza. Now, will Sundy's smoky sensations rise to the challenge or go down in flames?
A great spread from Sundy. I'm excited to get into this. What are our first impressions?
Well, I love myself some lumpia, traditional, beloved Filipino food, and she's Filipino, so I cannot wait to try that.
Yeah, it's extremely simplistic in the plating design, which is great. It could be a really wise choice. Let the flavors that she put into it speak for themselves.
That's right.
Let's dig in. Even just on its own, it's got great flavor.
And the chicken is remarkably juicy and tender in there. Remarkable.
And the tenderness of the sauteed vegetables, the carrots, the celery, the onions, all meshed together wonderfully. She said she brings some Filipino funk, and she did bring me some Filipino funk.
It's got a great crunch to it. I could eat a dozen of these.
Yeah, I think I have.
How many did you eat? I only ate one so far. That should have lasted my dinner.
No, you can have it, please. I'm going in for a rib. The impressive smoke ring and impressive crust that she was able to get in a short period of time.
Yeah, I mean, it has a real bark to it.
It does have a nice bark to it, doesn't it?
And bone pulls. I like the dry rub.
Yeah.
I can taste the coffee in the dry rub. It's got a nice bark. Still nice and juicy. I mean, there's juice coming to the surface as you break into this rib.
And that crunch is just monumental. And you don't need sauce. You don't need sauce.
And that's a bold choice to go rib with no sauce, even as a side on the dip. That's a bold choice.
The smokiness in this rib for a 2-hour cook is phenomenal.
How'd the chicken turn out?
My fingers here, because it's so tender. Look at that.
There is serious smoke on that chicken.
And look at the juiciness. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, juicy chicken. You know how white meat can easily dry out?
These students really are training in a world-class environment. It's playing through in their techniques, the way they care, the way they talk about food. It's the way that you can see their minds working when they were coming up with this with their mentors.
Both did a phenomenal job in showcasing cooking techniques and their cultural background. Charlie, Chef Lauren,
Hey.
how are we feeling? How did it go?
It went pretty fast. It went a lot faster than I thought it'd go, but I think I got everything I wanted to put out, so.
It was amazing. I mean, definitely went fast. Once it started, it was game on. Not being in a kitchen you're familiar with was definitely a challenge, but fun.
How were you guys jiving, working together for the first time?
I think we have different styles. I think we come from like different backgrounds.
Definitely.
So I think that kind of complemented us today. She's a personal chef, so she knows how to put out displays better than I do. And I think it worked out really well.
You both put together a great spread. It looked phenomenal on the table.
I just did my best today, and I think I did my family proud.
Sundy, Chef Ricky, how did you feel about having a rib and chicken challenge today?
It was pretty challenging, I admit. It's my first time doing the ribs.
First time doing ribs?
There's a few things I think I could have done better, but for my first time, I think I did okay.
I know cooking over open flames can be a real challenge.
It is.
The heat and temperatures change very, very dramatically, very fast.
I think it went great. She just did not get rattled at all. She just had this very calm demeanor. I feel like she really pulled through.
It's just the drive that's really gonna send you so much further in this industry. We really got to see you take on a challenge and overcome that challenge today. I think there's a bright future for you and Charlie. It was phenomenal seeing the two of you work together and sharing your passion for food.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was awesome and being a part of this.
We'll see you at the knife ceremony. I'm so happy for both Sundy and Charlie. These two kept their cool in the extreme heat of this head-to-head battle, and both have bright futures ahead of them. But only one can take home our chef swap knife. Sundy, Charlie, we challenged you to a barbecue battle. We wanted to see perfect execution of a whole chicken, a rack of ribs, and a side that speaks to you. And we threw you for a loop with cooking over open flames today.
Charlie, I know we threw you way out of your comfort zone today. What impressed me more than even your plating and your flavors was your ability to accurately and efficiently delegate to your mentor. That skill alone give you a very successful career in the future.
Definitely threw me for a loop with the ribs. I had a great mentor, though. I think we made a really good team in the end.
It was a pleasure cooking with you. I enjoyed it, and I learned something too, so good luck.
Thank you.
Sunday, I love the synergy that you and Chef Ricky had when I stepped into the kitchen. But girl, I gotta tell you, I was worried because you had nothing for me to taste, and I know how your dish was gonna turn out. But when the food was brought to the table, wow. The delicious lumpia, the boldness of your ribs, the moistness of your chicken won me over completely.
Thank you so much. It was really fun doing all this. Thank you so much for helping me. You're like my right-hand man. You were always there when I needed it. And thank you for helping me with the plating and everything.
I was so impressed by you, Sunday. Just really took charge in the kitchen, especially just using that piece of equipment that had both of us outside of our comfort zone. And definitely thank you for teaching me how to make lumpia.
Of course.
It was so incredible seeing both of you work in these conditions. This was an extremely hard challenge, and it's so impressive and speaks volumes to the talent that's coming out of this culinary school.
I have to say that we have been doing this now for 3 seasons. Your challenge today was the closest battle that we've had. You guys should both be extremely proud of yourselves. We certainly are.
I see great chef wonders in your future, so thank you for the talent.
Sundy, Charlie, we're so proud of both of you. The chef swap knife goes to Sundy. In the world of food, competition is fierce, but being a chef is more than winning a contest. It's a calling. It's up to all of us to nurture and support the next generation of culinary stars. I'm thrilled to see these aspiring chefs join the ranks of thousands of talented professionals that make Myrtle Beach a top destination for food lovers. Today, Sundy's soulful lumpia
and marvelous rack of ribs. We're flawless. I'm Mason Zeglen. Join me next time as we put 2 more amazing Myrtle Beach chefs to the test on Chef Swap at the Beach. For more on the chefs and restaurants featured on today's episode, visit chefswap.com.